How's it going, guys? My name is Z and we are going right into a tutorial on how to make seamless loop effects for particles on After Effects. So let's get right into it. Open After Effects. I'm using CC 2015 right now, as you can see here. So what I've been noticing on tutorials on how to make seamless loops on After Effects for particles is that people are not showing you how seamless is the loop, right? They're not showing you if it is an accurate loop or whatever. So what we're going to do here, we are going to create a simple loop using a simple way and actually showing you that the loop is 100% seamless. So let's get right into it. Create your composition, particles, whatever. The composition has to be whatever, examples. We are going to create a solid. Then the solid has to be called particles, of course. We are going to use particle world CC or CC particle or whatever. Let's get rid of these annoying things that just pollute our screen. Nice. As you can see here, the particle is pretty ugly. Looks like a party thing or whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the particle easier for us to notice when I'm going to show the loop. So we're going to go in here, particles, change it to fade sphere or whatever. You can choose it, anyone, if you're following the example. What else? We're going to physics. We're going to change velocity to minus 0.1 so it goes up. Wait, no, gravity to minus 0.1. Yeah, and velocity just 0.1. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, now we are going to go here into producer and change the radius Y to fit the whole screen and the radius X to fit the whole screen as well, because it's a lot easier to notice the loop when it is on this way. Okay, what we are going to do right now that we created our particles and we are ready to make it loop, we are going to pick the middle frame of the whole animation. As I have 30 seconds here, if I remember well, I'm going to pick the middle one, which is on 15 seconds. Let me see if that's correct. Yep, 30 seconds of animation. The middle is 15. Okay, so we can see here that we have most of the screen fitted with particles. And what we're going to do now is create a marker on the layer. You're going here on layer, add marker. So now the layer has a marker on it, just as the composition. Okay, now that we have the marker, what we're going to do is duplicate the layer particles. Layer, edit, duplicate, or Ctrl+D. Nice. Now what we're going to do is you're going to pick the first layer with the first marker that you just created, and you're going to put it on the end of the animation. Okay, right here. Now just make it 100% that it is on the very ending frame here. Nice. Okay. Now you pick your composition and put it right at here, the ending as well, the beginning, sorry. It is, let me see, yeah, it is. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to trim composition to work area. Now you only have 15 seconds, you don't have 30 seconds anymore. because you trim the part that you choose to the work area. So now, as you can see here, we have the same position of particles on the beginning and on the ending, because we add a marker just to put a position, just to choose a location and say, okay, I want this position of particles to be here at this time, and this position is exactly the same position to be on this other time. So when the animation begins, the particles will be at one place, and when it ends, the particles are going to be at the exactly same place. Let's take a look right now on how it looks. For example, take these two particles here. It won't work 100% right now because we have one more thing to do, but let's just see. Okay, these two are on the same exact place. Now what we're going to do is, as we have two different layers, of course we will going to have some particles that are not on the exactly place that we wanted, because here is a layer of particles and here is another layer of particles. So what we need to do, on the beginning of a layer we need to put a fading effect so that these particles that are showing here right now won't be showing on the beginning, and here we need to put a fade out effect so the particles that will be showing at the end of the animation fits with the beginning frames. So what we need to do is this. As you can see now that if I go to the first frame here, it will look exactly as this one. Take this tree for example. You'll see that they are on the exactly same place, and if you take all of those particles one by one, they will be on the exactly same place. And we are going to create the fading and the fade effect right now, so that we don't notice that we're creating more particles, because it is two different layers. And we are going to get rid of that as well. When the current frame reaches this frame here, you can notice a breakpoint. See? The particles just vanish. This isn't what we want. We are going to get rid of that as well. So let's go and create the fade in and fade out effect. Here in After Effects we don't have a proper effect for this, so we're going to create it using the opacity of the layer. Pick the first frame of the layer. You can as well use it on the beginning, go back 5 or 5 or 3, 4 frames before, just to be sure it will work 100%. Then you're going to pick the opacity, animate it, and go to 0%. So you won't see them at the first frames, at the beginning frames. And into 15 frames or 10, whatever, you pick whatever you think is best for you. You're going to put it back to 100% again. So when it begins, you won't even notice. Actually, no, you will notice. Let's put this a little bit bigger. Yeah, now it's better. You won't even notice the new particles coming. And on the ending, we're going to do the same thing with this layer here. Go into Particles, Transform, Animate Opacity. Right at the ending. Actually, it doesn't have to be right at the ending, but I like to do this way to have a pattern. Now here we're going to do the opposite. On the beginning we had the opacity to 0 and then to 100% to make a fade in effect. Here we are going to make a fade out effect. So the opacity at the last frame has to be 0 and 15 frames before it goes to 100%, so that this layer won't be fading out since the beginning. So it will go until here with 100%, and from this point on it's going to go through 100% to 0%. So that's what happens. if you remember well, we had a breakpoint here. When the particles reach the end, it just vanished. Here, it won't be this anymore. It won't be like this anymore. They just faded away. Nice. That's what we needed. You can actually put this one maybe a little bit bigger, so that it will be pretty difficult to notice. Okay. Now if you think with me, we have 2 layers instead of just one. So that's why we're getting a very polluted screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to decrease the birth rate from the layers particles so it doesn't pollute our screen too much. Yeah, way better. So let's go and see how it goes. Actually, let me just check it again. I think there may be. No, it's correct. These have to be one frame here, and these have to be one frame here. Yeah, way better. 1 frame is enough. Now it is perfect. So we have our seamless loop, and you can render this as a 15 seconds video and make it bigger or tinier depending on however you want, however are your needs. So we reached the end of our tutorial. If you liked the video, if I helped you in any way, please leave a like and share. Don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot of different content on the channel, and we'll be coming with more tutorials next week. So as you can see here, 3 different particles on the end. The same different particles are there, so the loop will be perfect. That's what you needed. That's what we have. That's it, people. Till next tutorial.